What's going on, guys? Teen Mechanic here. It's kind of a weird feeling to film an intro right after an outro. I just actually, like 5 seconds before starting this, finished filming the last video on the LTD, which was about how we're this far and how all this stuff came out, and I didn't film that. And, it was about rebuilding the carburetor and getting it running, or not rebuilding it, but seeing if we can get it running, and we did. For those of you who missed the last video, we had it, I actually never showed it pulled out here, but we had it running and driving, but it was still backfiring. And then I knew that there was some slack in the timing chain, so I'm going to take the front of the motor apart. Anyway, let's get started on that. So anyway, you can see how far we are. I've got the radiator out. I've got the fan, all that fan stuff out. AC compressor and alternator, both of those are out. All the brackets are out. This thing here, again, you guys got to let me know what this is, unless you did in the last video and I missed it. This here, I got to assume that's an air compressor, but I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. It's got this big tube that goes up to what looks like some sort of valve body for a bunch of vacuum stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and start getting all this stuff off. The first place I'm going to start, I'm going to get rid of the water pump first. Actually, no, to get rid of the water pump, I got to get rid of the power steering pump. In order to do that, I got to drain the power steering, which is really annoying, but whatever. So how I'm going to do that, let me think. So basically, these are from the alternator. Basically, I'm going to, I think I'm just going to take that line out. And I think that's all I'm going to do. So that just goes right to the box, gearbox. And then this one, that's a low pressure line. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get the pump out. So let's do that now. Alright guys, the next thing to come out is this water pump here. And you look at how many studs there are. That is crazy. In fact, I'm actually making a habit out of, well, these all have to come off, I think. But I'm trying to put all the bolts back on where they came, just so I don't lose them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the lower radiator hose off now. If you can even see, you can't even really see where I'm working. But, down here, there is the lower radiator hose. Like this is a lot more freed up. I should have just done this when I replaced this fuel pump. Look how easy that is to get to now. So anyway, yeah, that's a power steering line. But what I'm gonna do is get this lower radiator hose off, if I can, because I think I tried already, and it was actually pretty hard to do. So this clamp is definitely loose enough by now, but this hose just doesn't want to go anywhere, so I'm going to really have to work on that. But anyway, once that's off, I don't see why we shouldn't be able to just take those little coolant hoses off and get this whole pump off. Now guys, it's worth mentioning that I felt something hard in here, and I was just really hoping that it wasn't like frozen or something bad, but it's a spring. Now you guys also got to let me know why the hell they put springs in coolant hoses. This is not the first time I've seen this. I don't know why they do it. Alright guys, although it may not look like it, I got all those studs completely out now. If you're wondering why I put them back in, that's because they're all different lengths and I didn't want to mix up where they went. So, without any further ado, let's get it. Oh, that is heavy. That's a heavy water pump. Alright guys, there we go. Water pump is off, and most of the stuff is completely off. So, yeah, we're not going to go a whole lot further, but I want to try and strip down the front of this engine if I can. Not the timing cover, because I don't have a balancer puller, but I am planning on trying to get as much of this nonsense off as I can. This engine actually isn't all that hard to work on. It's annoying to get the spark plugs out. This side's not that bad. That side is. But like this is what bugs me. these computers in the 80s. Like, what the heck do you need those for? It just bothers me. And a coffee can, that trend of the coffee can. Anyway, front of the engine's off, and try not to drop my phone in that drain pan. But yeah, that was a beefy water pump. But yeah, I mean, front of the engine's off. Pretty much, I mean, that actually gives you a lot more working room, because I remember having to cram my hands in there before. So yeah, not too bad. This engine is starting to be dwarf-sized. So anyway, I'm going to do a couple more things, not a lot. I'm going to probably take off the coil. I'm not going to take off the distributor. I don't want to deal with that distributor. But I think I don't have a timing light either, so I got to get a timing light if I want to do that. Well, I'm going to get that air compressor off, or whatever the heck that thing is. I'm going to call it an air compressor. Fuel pump I'm going to leave on. Well, actually, no, I guess I'm going to have to take that off. But fine with leaving it on for now. And other than that, I guess I'm probably going to get out of here. This has been a pretty short video, but, you know, I mean, not incredibly interesting. Anyway, so we've got most of this off, and I don't know, I'm just... the reason I'm ending it is because I need a couple of advanced tools, like a balancer puller, and there was something else that I remembered that I needed or something. Anyway, so we got to get the valve covers off, so we're going to do that next. And yeah, I mean, that's as far as I'm going to go today. Alright guys, so let me tell you what exactly has happened here. So this crank puller, actually it's not even that, it's a steering wheel puller, is not strong enough to be pulling, I shouldn't be putting tools in that car, but is not strong enough to do that. It's actually broken, so I'm going to have to get a new one. It's not actually broken, but it's going to be pretty soon. But anyway, I can't get the balancer off right now, so I'm going to get the valve covers and the intake off right now instead. So let's move on to that. Alright guys, so I'm going to start by disconnecting all the electrical connectors, as well as the coil, and kind of get rid of all the vacuum lines and stuff like that. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and start taking off that valve cover. Alright guys, you tell me if this looks like 43,000 kilometers to you. You think that looks like 43,000? That is not 43,000 kilometers. Sorry, but it's not. I honestly think like 143, that's what most people are telling me, 143, but 143 doesn't have galleys full of sludge. Like this, they don't, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's not bad buildup, but it's not 43,000 kilometer buildup. So anyway, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get that one off. Boom, got the other valve cover off. Okay, so yeah, no, this is not 43,000 clicks. You heard it here first. Definitely not a 43,000 kilometer car. Anyway, now it's time to get this this intake off here, and don't worry, I'll remember where all this crap goes. But for now, let's just go ahead and get this intake off. Okay, so I finally got this distributor out. That was ridiculous. I mean, every distributor I've ever removed has been undo the bolt, the lock and bolt, and then just pull it right out. It just, I mean, it twists in kind of. But no, this I had to hammer it out. Like, that was insane. I'm going to try and get a new distributor if I can. But anyway, now the intake can come out. Well, there you have it, guys. I think that is a pretty good day. I got the rest of the engine stripped down, valve covers off, wires out of the way, vacuum, everything. Top end of the engine is pretty much off except for the heads. So now you guys should let me know, should I do the head gaskets? Since I'm in here, I kind of feel like I should. Just disconnect the exhaust flanges down there and then just pull the heads off. and then just throw some new gaskets on it. I feel like maybe I will. I just feel like maybe I should. And also, if I did that, I wouldn't have to be as scared of flooring it. I still won't floor it, but just because, you know, I mean, head gasket goes pop if you floor it. I just want to prevent that. I'm not saying it would. I'm saying that it has before on me. Anyway, now this freeze plug or expansion plug, that isn't good. You guys should let me know if I should replace that. It looks like stuff has been sitting in there, quite frankly, so... I mean, either it's been leaking in from the bracket up there, dripping down and leaking in, or the freeze plug is actually, like, bad. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a new freeze plug for that. But anyway, I think I'm going to be done for today. That was a pretty productive day. Here's the intake. Now, in case you guys are curious, I want this thing to look pretty snazzy when I'm done. Don't worry about that. I'm going to be taking off the front of the engine, everything I can at least, and I'm going to paint these valve covers. The only thing is these stickers, so I'll try and work around those because I don't want those to go away. But I'm going to get a ton of parts cleaner. I'm going to wash out this intake. I might even sandblast them. I'm not even sure. Those I don't know. This I might sandblast. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here. Actually, I want to see the underside of it first. Let's see what the bottom of this intake looks like. Well, there you go. That's the bottom of the intake. Pretty uneventful. Alright, but now that that's done, I am going to get out of here. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. But let me know in the comment section below how I can improve. Let me know what you want to see, sir. There's coolant leaking out of that now. But anyway, I got to go shower. It's been a very long day. So, yeah. Anyway, stay tuned for this. This is going to be a pretty cool project, I think. And I'm excited for it, so I hope you are too. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Follow me on social media if you want to see more on this. But thanks again, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.